Hey guys, welcome back to Better Big Sisters. I am Alex.
And I'm Jana.
And it's so good to see you guys and talk to you guys again.
Maybe. We're going to be talking about some cheating stuff.
I mean, not just that, but...
Well, that's what we're going to start with. Is some cheating stuff today and where it crosses the line. Because I'm actually curious to... Me and Alex had like a conversation about this, and we were kind of talking about like where cheating crossed the line. Like, what do you consider cheating as? And honestly, it gets interesting. Like, there's some... I don't get people. Like, they will literally only consider cheating if that's like... I don't know, you going and fucking somebody. And I'm like, there's a lot more.
There's lines you cross where that's like cheating. Cheating is a whole lot of different things. And every single person, to be honest, can consider cheating in a different way. Like, one person can think that, like, someone flirting with someone over text is cheating, and another person literally can be like, it doesn't really matter. I do it the same. Like, you know what I mean? And that's like, I don't really get those relationships. That's never going to be me. Never will be. Never. What do I ever want part in anything like that?
Fuck ass, no.
I think the new thing of like open relationships is so weird and so interesting to me, to be honest. Like, I feel like that's just making
an open relationship?
Yeah, it's like relationships with cheating, but it's okay. That's what an open relationship is.
One of my really close friends did an open relationship, and she told me the whole thing, and I was like, yeah, no.
But isn't that kind of like what an open relationship is? It's literally like having a relationship, but you still want to cheat. That's literally that's what an open relationship is. It's literally relationship with the cheating, okay.
Like, she was all, because I was like, so how does open relationship work? And she goes, there's certain rules, because she does only open relationships, and she goes, so my rules with this guy was... They can go and fuck who they want, but they can't make out with them. They can peck. They can't be intimate. They can't go on dates. They can't spend the night. They can only fucking dip. And that's the law.
How do you know that they fucking do that?
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
and
what
I'm
the
like,
fuck do you mean? You've been in that situation before. Don't act fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Like, you know what the fuck's gonna happen. Like, you don't like that. I don't get that.
Yeah, and I'm like, I don't know how... So, like, what, do you, like, hit it from the back and then like, I don't get it, like, is that, and also,
you, like,
how is that enjoyable?
Tell them what you're doing, like, you know what I mean, and does the other person say, okay, sounds good, like,
it's like, it was so weird. I was like, girl, what? I was trying to sit there, like,
I can't. If you're, like, ever intimate with another person, that's cheating. If you ever kiss anyone, that's cheating. I think if you are reaching out to people on social media, with, like, the intent that you're attracted to them, then that's cheating. If you become friends with someone with the intent that you're attracted to them, that's cheating. If you still have someone in your life that you could have feelings for, or that you've had feelings for in the past that, like, have not fully gone away and they're in your life, that's cheating also, I think. Like, I think there's so many different, like, hanging out one-on-one with someone who used to be in love with you is definitely cheating for me. Like, that to me is considered, like, you don't respect our relationship, you don't expect my boundaries, like, you obviously want to go hang out and like, be around that person.
Because I agree with you on all of those. What about, like, commenting, like, fire emojis under, like, a girl's photo?
I
think so too.
Okay, but also there's
I don't know about liking the photos, because I know there's some people who are like, you liked a girl's ass photo. Like, I don't think there's any intent. Like, I mean, they could be like an old friend. I don't know. But I think if you comment some fire emojis, then I don't know. That's like a little sus.
But also that's difficult kind of for me to say, because, like, I would comment under your picture and be like, you look so pretty. Do you know what I mean?
Well, the thing is that we know, like, I'm talking about, like, if we don't know who this girl is.
Yeah, true. That's the thing.
But would you consider, like, if, for example, your significant other went and, like, liked another girl's post, that you don't know who it is, right? If they liked it, would you consider that cheating or
no?
Yeah, I would not consider that. I think liking is fine, but if they comment something,
if you comment, then it's like
if they comment, like, what about, like, if they comment and they're like, oh, nice, like, that's it, and just like, oh, nice.
Yeah.
Do you think that's cheating or no?
It depends on if they know the person or not.
Well, they're gonna know them, but we don't know them. That's what I'm saying.
It depends on how well it's like if I really think it literally, there's so many different lines to this, but it's like if you have a friend in your life that you're close enough to do that to, then your significant other should know about that friend. So it's like, if you are commenting on someone's post, like fire emojis, you look so good, and you've already told that person about, like, yeah, this is my friend Jackie from high school, we were best friends since preschool, I'm like, she knows who this person is. I just comment, you look so good, under her post. She's not going to go find it and be like, why the fuck would you? I've known her since preschool. You know what I mean? So I feel like if you are properly introducing all these people, and if your significant other doesn't know that person, then there you go. That's a little bit weird because they're not like that important for you to tell the other person about them, but they're important enough for you to leave a comment underneath their post. So that, and then that starts like, are they hiding something? Is that person being hidden? Like if they're your friend from 6th grade, then why haven't I heard about any stories? Why haven't I seen any pictures? Why haven't they ever come up? Yeah. Why haven't they ever come up? Why?
She's giving an example of my past relationship, but
I guess if you don't like mention the person to your significant other, then they obviously aren't as important. And I think it's really important to introduce people as they actually are. I think that's the most important thing, is like, if you're like, this person used to like me, but it never worked out, we never worked out, they have no interest in me anymore, we're now best friends, and that is all, like, we are just close friends. Like, I know you have people like this.
Dude, I literally have, because we were talking about this, I literally can't even tell you, on the top of my head, the top 4 closest guy friends that I have in my life that I can tell anything to, that I hang out with all the time, I have hooked up with. And it was one of those things where I met them, and that night we, like, hooked up, and then afterwards it was kind of like, that was, like, a
we're
meek
better
moment.
friends.
We're better as friends, and we literally became such close friends that, like, they'll help me with dating advice. I'll help them get girls. We'll go to, like, a fucking party. I'm like, yo, go get that girl right now. Mm-hmm. Like, and I'm like, I always have that happen to me. So it's like, you know what I mean? And then I remember, like, my best friend, I don't want to say his name, but one of my exes, like, I told him about it. And I'm like, but we're close. And he's like, you're not ever allowed to talk to him again. And, like, that was one of my best friends. And I was like, well, fuck. Like,
yeah.
And it's, like, weird. But, like, still, there is that moment.
I think that if your partner is uncomfortable about anyone, though, that they should not be in.
Like they should be, like, confident.
Yeah. Personally, I think that even though it's like, I think that even though you have a relationship with someone, if your actual relationship is more important, then you should pick that person over whatever that connection
what's crazy
was,
is
to
that
be honest.
My 2 close friends, they don't do social media, and I was talking to them the other day, and they have a roommate. And he went up, so they're together and they both live with each other, and they have a roommate, and it's my guy friend's best friend that lives with them. And he went up to his girlfriend and was all like, hey, so yeah, he got a girl's number and texted her, just so you know. And then I was like, hell no, like, fuck that guy, like, do not let him live with you, like, why is he doing this, blah, 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 blah. And then it turned out to be like, he like, got her number, and then he texted her right away and was like, I have a girlfriend, just so you know, I'm not gonna be texting you back, like, I didn't want to be rude in the moment. And then I was all like, what the fuck? I'm like, I would be like, you weren't sus about that? And she literally goes, like, when the guy told her, and she was like, no, I'm confident enough, and I know how he is, and I know my worth, like, I don't need to worry about that. And I'm like, that's how I want to feel, what the fuck? Like, that's lit. Like, holy fuck, to, like, not worry about that. Like, his best friend is like, hey. And then she's like, I know that he's not doing anything sus. Like, I'm confident enough to know that, like, he won't leave me or he won't cheat on me. What the fuck?
Yeah, but also you have to be careful with that, because you had that same exact attitude, and then fucking
no, but, like, it's the thing that they've been dating for, like, 3 years. And, like, he even, like, well, she obviously was, like, asked him, was like, hey, like, what is this about? And then he's like, here. And it's like, that's it. So he showed her? Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know. I even think that the conversation to even get the number is weird. I genuinely think it is.
I think that's weird, but at the same time, I don't, because it's like, I mean, I would tell them that I have a boyfriend in that moment, but also, like, I would be like, I don't want to be a bitch and be like, but I would tell them in person first off.
I think that that's the first thing that should come up in a conversation like that. And then it's like, if you still want to be friends after that and get their number, then, like, then there you go. But, like, I feel like in the conversation beforehand, before the number was even given, like, he gave that girl an inkling of hope that he was going to be texting her, and he was going to be texting her
but I don't know what
like,
setting it was in, because what if because I didn't really ask, because they do, like, photography and stuff, so what if it was, like, a model who was trying to get photos?
Well, then there's that.
That's why I was, like, that's why I didn't know the concept behind it.
If it wasn't a model that was trying to get photos, if it was just, like, a girl from a bar and she walked up and, like,
well, because I know that he was doing underwater photos at the time when she asked.
But, yeah. So maybe that was, like, what that was. But if in another situation, if that was, like, another type of situation and he got it from, like, a girl at a club, I think even that starting conversation that led to getting the number, like, that should have been immediately, like, oh, by the way, yo, I have a girlfriend. I'll give you my number if you're interested to shoot, or I'll give you your number if you're interested to hang out with me and my girlfriend. I'm just letting you know I do have one. And then if the conversation keeps going and you get the number, then that's okay. But if you don't put your foot forward first the minute someone steps up to you, I just personally wouldn't do that myself, because I wouldn't want that feeling in my head. Like, I'd feel guilty knowing that I just did that, 100%. And then I'd want to go, like, tell the person
I would tell them right away at first.
Yeah. So I think, like, that's the only thing I found weird about that situation, is that he texted after. It's like, don't give that inkling of hope of, like, here's my number, and then she's like, I got this really cute guy's number to all of my friends. Like, you know what I mean? And then it's like, to be honest, like, you know that feeling. I know that feeling. Like, you know how that feels to be the girl on the other side of that, and to not be as confident, or to have that kind of boy who doesn't think maybe like her boyfriend does. And for them to be having that conversation, obviously they were literally flirting for a little while, getting the number and then moving on. Like, if there wasn't, like, actually a situation behind it, or, like, a reason. So, like, that's when I find that, like, if you're like, I gave my number to someone tonight, I just wanted you to know, like, over a text message, it's like, did you tell them we were dating before you gave them a number? Did you like, what if someone asks for your Instagram, you tell them literally that you're dating someone before that you even give them your Instagram. That's what I do. Like, if someone's, like, asking for my shit, I tell them immediately. Or, like, if someone slides up on any of my stuff, to be honest, I just unadd them, because no one is, like, as important to me at the time than, like, the people around me, like my best friends and, like, my girlfriend. So it's like, no one else actually matters except for those core people. And if, like, anybody makes those core people, this is even in friendships too, anybody makes those core people feel uncomfortable, they should not be there, to be honest. Like, it, like, all the times that you've said that you were uncomfortable about a girl, or I have, and that person has continued to hang out with them, and watch what happened. Like, you know what I mean? You know my situation with that one girl, like, every time I was worried about her, what was actually happening.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I mean? And I was worried about it, but I was like, no, I'm confident. I love myself. Like, I know, like, I'm okay. But in reality,
I was never confident, because, I was never confident. I'm never confident in relationships.
I don't think that's true. No, I honestly think you are.
No, because I'm never confident, because I have the biggest trust issues. So how can I be confident if, like, I have the biggest trust issues from shit that happened in the past?
Yeah.
And no one has, like, fully gained my trust in that sense, where it's, like, for me to feel confident that they're not going to do anything.
Yeah. I think that one's a hard one, just because of how many times, like, cheating has been something in your life, like, that's people have done to you. Like, it's just, like, super fucked up. And I think you tell them about it too, and they continue to go fucking do it.
Yeah, that's what I don't
understand. Which drives
me
nuts. It's like,
because I try to tell them to make me feel, like, more, like, you know, confident within them in the relationship, in hopes that they would be like, oh, I would never do that.
Yeah, they don't want to hurt you the same way that they. So, but, like,
so I'm like, what the fuck?
I genuinely, I think that. I don't even know where the fuck cheating even comes from. I think it's such a deep down insecurity for people. No, when they start cheating, they're insecure.
It's because they are dating a girl who's more successful and better looking than them, and they get so pissed off that they want to. Guys have, like, this mindset of, like, competition and shit, that they want to literally, like, do everything in their power to make their girl feel less of themselves,
you remember,
so they feel
better. I used
better.
to tell this shit to you when you were dating that fucker. I was like, he definitely feels lower than you, and he's definitely trying to make you feel like...
I'm talking about the cheating shit.
Yeah.
So, like, why?
But he's trying to make you feel like he was trying to make you feel like shit so you would stay there, because he knew every time that you would get worked up at him that he'd like be able to be there at the end of it. Do you know what I mean? He was trying to, I feel like guys who cheat try and like, they're so riled up inside of them.
Dude, fucking Beyonce got cheated on. Like, what the fuck?
No, Rihanna. It's all the powerful girls. And I'm not going to say this honestly with girls and other girls, because I honestly don't see this power dynamic happen like with the girls I've talked to. I feel like girls are a little bit smarter. They're a tiny bit smarter. I talked to a girl who used those tactics against me, and that was like the most like male experience I've ever had with a female ever, and that's what I would call it, because I've had a lot of experiences with females and I know how they act, I know how they treat, and they have a very different outlook on it than men do, to be honest, with cheating. And some of women do, so I'm not gonna leave all of them out. Some of them do, because I talked to one like that. But it's like, if they don't feel good enough to be in that position, to be next to you, or they feel jealous, they want what you have, they don't want to be with you, there's a jealousy feeling. Like, I've had 2 of my exes literally look at me in the face and be like, I'm jealous of how much money you make and how you have more social media followers than me.
Same.
Two of them literally.
Same.
I was literally in the same, I'm telling you, same position with both of them. I was literally sitting on top of them with both of them, and they're like, you make more money than me, and you have more followers, and you're more powerful, and it makes me self-conscious, and it makes me feel like jealous, and like I'm not doing enough. I'm not
the man in the relationship. I'm not providing.
And like, the one time I actually listened to it, I literally lost everything. I lost social media. I lost like everything I was doing. I almost like moved away to another town, and that's how insecure that boy was. He needed to do all that stuff.
No, because it's like, bro, aren't you glad that you found a successful girl?
Yeah, so don't
that
you
maybe
want
you should
one?
build yourself up and be as successful instead of like getting a dumbass bitch who literally doesn't do shit. I mean, if you want a bitch that doesn't do shit, go ahead. Like, if you can't handle a girl who like is successful as fuck, then like, see ya.
No,
like, at least you're glad you got one.
It's true. And then it's like, if you
like,
are
go
with
make
that
your money with your
successful
broke
bitch,
ass, bro.
and then you have to go to those kind of girls to cheat on the girl that you're with.
No, it's always
like,
the whack hoes.
Yeah,
like, come on.
I'm telling you, see, she's gotten cheated on with someone who literally their only picture on Instagram is a picture of her and a goddamn horse. I'm talking about her and a horse. Like, her and a horse in a stable, bruh. In a stable. And that's who this man...
we don't even want to talk about those.
I'll call her the fuck out, because what the fuck? Like, it's just like, what the fuck? Like, she's like way more powerful than them. She puts them on a pedestal, to be honest. She brings them with her. She takes them everywhere.
There was literally someone that I was engaged to, and he cheated on me with 18 different girls. And like, these girls, bro, like 2 of them I'm like friends with now, and the other ones, like, they would all to come to me. I'm like, dude, what's going on? Like, I remember I got screenshots one time, and like, I saw them recently, and it was like an Instagram post, and so I found out the first one. She's like, going on a date with this boy, and then I was like, what the fuck? And then all the comments were like, isn't this Dana's man? And she goes, I don't care, like, was fully like wanting to be a homewrecker, like, and it's like, I just don't understand.
There's
like,
girls like that. There are literally girls who thrive off of being that person. There are girls who thrive off of being that homewrecker, being that person. That is the other person. And I genuinely don't understand that, because that if I know that anyone else is there,
in our fucking previous podcast.
Yeah, like, if I know that anyone else is there, I do not want to fucking be a part of it.
It's fucking whack as fuck. The other night, one of my friends, she met this guy at this barbecue that we went to when I was in Hawaii, and she liked him, and I was like, oh yeah, go for him. And she literally went over to his house, and they literally didn't, like, they probably pecked. They didn't do anything. They pecked, and the guy had 2 pigs, right? Like, random as fuck. Like, it's Hawaii, so he had like 2 pigs. And they were chilling. She goes, this is like the best night. He's really sweet. He's awesome. And then she gets woken up to being dragged out of a bed by a girl that he was like with. And she goes, get the fuck out of my bed. And she's like, what the fuck? Like, I swear we didn't fuck, we didn't do anything. We literally pecked once. We were having a good night. I didn't know that you were a thing. But like, it just like guys are whack as fuck.
I feel like they feel like a sense of power though when they do it, because especially with like, this is men and women, because the person I was talking to last literally just kissed a person like 10 feet in front of me, like literally 10 feet in front of me, like, and
you're like nice.
Kissed like a person. I was just like, okay, like cool, like, and like I just don't understand the power play in doing that. Like I don't understand what the point of making someone feel like that is, like. Especially if you actually do care about that person and love that person, and then they sit there and like, I care about you and I love you and you're the most important person in my life, and no, you're not. Because if you could literally have the inkling to make that person feel anything less than they are, then you don't care about them and you don't care about their life, you don't care about anything that's going on. And that's what a lot of girls don't realize, is that like when guys do that shit, it's genuinely them showing that they don't give a fuck. That's them showing that they don't give a fuck. And no matter what they say to you in words, unless it's shown to you, like you can't believe them. You cannot believe words anymore. Like, I'm sorry, you cannot believe words anymore. You have to look at actions. You have to look at everything that person's doing. You have to, like, I'm not saying grab their phone and fucking search through it. That's not what I'm saying.
I've never done that.
I'm saying figure out your fucking information if you need to. Like, one of the times
probably should have, though. The fuck?
Yeah, you should have.
Multiple times. I probably should have,
yeah,
but definitely. I'm not like that. I would feel way too guilty feeling like, I don't know, just feeling sus. Like I'm trying to find something, and if I don't in that moment, they're like, hey. And I'm like,
Well, because I literally saw something on TikTok, and I was like, and it was like, I gave it to her as one of the things to catch, like, cheating. And, yeah, so good. So if you ever have an inkling that your partner is cheating on you, if you ever have an inkling, if you ever have a thought,
I did this, it worked.
And you know the person that you have the inkling or the thought over, have that person call the other person on speakerphone in front of you and go, you're not
not with you in it, obviously.
Yeah, not with you. They can't know that you're there. Just call the person with speakerphone and have a normal conversation and see what that person says. And if you
fucking did FaceTime. I wanted to see that host face.
And if you already know that they are cheating on you with that person, or you have an inkling of thought that they have hooked up with them, you can tell them to say, you're not going to tell blah, blah, blah that we hooked up, right?
Or you're not going to tell anyone.
Yeah, you're not going to tell anyone that we hooked up, right? Like, you're not going to tell that we did that. And then if their response is like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, we never hooked up. Why are you saying that shit? Then you know that you're fine. But if their response is like, no, I'm not going to.
Which would happen with me.
Then you just caught a cheater.
But also, like, if you think about it, this girl's not going to lie, or this guy's not going to lie on the phone. Because think of it this way. If you got that phone call from one of your best friends or a guy that you know and you didn't fuck him, you'd be like, what the actual fuck
are you saying? Like, are you pranking me? Are you filming this?
Like seriously, like, you would not agree to that. Like, let's be real. You know what I mean? Like, that's, like, super awkward. Like,
or even if you have a feeling, if you don't think that they're cheating, like hooking up with them, but you do want to see that how the person talks to them, make them call you in front of them. Like, if you really want to see how that conversation goes, like, watch how that conversation goes. You don't have to snoop through their phone. You don't need to take their phone away from them and start looking through it. Like, that's the easiest way to find out. Like, if you can't be introduced to that person, or you can't have a conversation with them, or they can't have a conversation with them without you present, without them saying some dumb shit or flirting, then obviously that relationship is not healthy and it's cheating.
Yeah.
So it's like, that's a very easy way to figure out if someone's fucking cheating on you or not, is literally that phone call thing.
I did it. It worked. So fuck them. No, but all my exes anyone that has cheated on me, like, well, not even, like, all my exes are, like, no, cheating, yeah, are literally dead to me to the point where I could probably watch, like, a fucking porno of them with another girl and just be like, nice. Because that's how much I don't give a fuck about them after they cheat on me. Like, it just goes numb. Like, see ya.
This is what I was talking about in the beginning, is, like, if they are not talking about their future with you, if they don't want to literally get married to you, like, and talk about it, and, like, if they don't have a future plan in their head with you, then do not stick around. Actually, do not stick around. Because I stuck around hoping it was gonna, or, like, maybe, like, it's gonna change. I don't know if it was just, like, I don't know if it was just my, like, ego kind of talking. Like, I didn't want to leave because I wanted this filled. Because, to be honest, now that I know the real feeling of, like, love and what a relationship feels like, I have never felt this before in my life. So, it's, like, for those people in the past, like, what was that feeling I was trying to chase? Like, what was that, like, feeling? And I think it was literally, like, I wanted them to want me so bad, and they didn't. And it wasn't that I wanted them or I liked them. It's like I wanted them to be with me, and
me. My whole life.
Like, that's, like, how my situationships have, like, figured out. But I didn't realize what actual, like, love and being cared for was. Like, I never knew that was a part of a relationship. Like, I didn't know talking about the future and doing all this stuff was something that you do with someone that you love. And I don't know what this feeling was. Maybe it was, like, an ego feeling. Maybe it was, like, they need to want me more than they want that other person. And I think that that's where me and Dana we're very similar in a way of, like, we think about ourselves very strongly. Like, we think about ourselves, like, and we have the right to. Like, we have the right to think about ourselves, like, in a powerful way because we've worked to where we want to be. We've worked to where we can be successful women by ourselves. And it's, like, I think that when someone comes in and they're trying to tell you that you're not that successful person, all you want to do the whole time is you want to prove them wrong. And in reality, that person's showing you the 900 things that you shouldn't be with them. You shouldn't be together with them. But in reality, we're trying to prove that we're better than that girl that they want to go talk to and flirt with because we feel we're more powerful. But in reality, that person's just too insecure to be with you, and that's why they're talking to that person who's under you, because that's the person they should be with, because they can't handle you. They can't handle how powerful, how much actual like love that you have to give. They are not ready to accept that.
Hey, but every time me and Alex ever date anyone, talk to anybody, as soon as we're done talking, they're thriving. During the relationship, they're thriving. The second we end something, they drop off the face of the planet. They stop social media. They move back to their hometowns. They like
call all of our friends.
Yeah.
They tell them how much they've changed and how they're great people. And I'm like,
they literally completely stop social media. They stop everything that they said that they were going to go for. And we never see them again. And I don't know what it is, because it's like we're not sus. We're just like, hey, we're done. And then they just decide to go on that path. Because what is it? They were with successful girls that were literally funding their life, and they fucked that shit up. And now that they don't have that successful girl in their life, they're like, oh, fuck. And I'm like, and every single one of my exes has literally tried to come back to me. Every single one of them. Every single one. Not even joking. And it just shows. It's like, and all of those ones have literally like cheated on me. So it's like, nice. So
yeah, when I'm done with someone, I'm fucking done, I am done. To be honest, I feel like I've gone through a lot of experiences. I've literally dated or talked to every single type of person I could talk to.
For real, I'm bored.
Learned so many people. I don't want to
fuck with no one else.
Yeah, like I've learned so many people's personalities and how they work, and I've been with a bunch of people, and I've never felt the way I felt right now, and I don't want to lose it. So like, if that means that like I want to rush it and like I want to be I wanted to date my girlfriend I met now like within the day of meeting her. I literally went to Dana and I literally brought her to my friend. Like the day after I met her, all my friends went and got dinner at Bubba, all my best friends, and I brought her the day after I met her. That was the day after. I wanted her to meet all of the people in my life the day after I met her. I knew from that moment that I wanted her to stay in my life. And that's why I would like get married to her tomorrow, is because I don't want to have a life without her. And if you don't see that with the person you're with,
she's moving in next month.
If you don't see that with the person you're with, then they're not the person for you. Because I've never seen it. I've literally never seen it before. And like, I never once was like, I'm going to marry someone in my past. Like, I never once was like that. And when someone would be like, do you see yourself marrying them? I'd be like, yeah. Yeah.
Fuck. Yeah.
I guess I do.
I've had 2 people.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I never knew what to say because, like, I was like, we don't talk about that. We never have, like, said, like, we wanted to, like, I never felt strong enough where I could be with that person for the rest of my life and, like, just be with that person. Like, I never have felt that strong thing. And even if I, like, had almost been in that situation, I was, like, super anxious. And literally, like, right before me and one of my exes broke up, he was, like, we were about to move, like, a bunch of shit was about to happen. I literally had, like, a huge ass fucking panic attack. And I couldn't even sleep in, like, the same bed as him because I didn't want him touching me. I didn't want him, like, looking at me. I didn't want anything. And I realized that was the feeling of, like, I didn't want what was going on. And I just didn't know what to say. But, like, I think that ego feeling of me, like, no, they need to want me. They need to like me because I've been doing all this for them. I think that ego feeling was getting in the way of all those, like, past relationships, even though I knew they were doing fuck shit behind my back. Definitely my ex cheated on me. There's literally no way he didn't.
Yeah, I know that.
There's literally fucking no way he didn't.
He wasn't even trying to be low key. He was literally trying to hit up your best friend.
Yeah, like
the fuck you talking about?
Yeah, so he was, like, texting, like, a bunch of people. Like, I knew he was fucking cheating on me. Like, I'm not a dumbass, but, like,
dude, there's, like,
it's like that ego, that fucking stupid ego feeling that I'm so glad that I've gotten rid of in relationships. Like, it's not like a life ego thing. It's like almost, I feel like it's a relationship. Like, it's like we feel like we need to be, like, that person for them. And in reality, like,
Mapes. With me, like, I didn't really grow up in a household where there was any type of love. My parents were divorced from as young as I could fucking remember. And I don't know, we just never really, like, grew up with, like, saying, like, I love you and, like, shit like that. So I've never used that words. I've never said those words to my parents, never said it to my sisters, anybody in my family. And I've used those, and you can ask Alex. Like, you know how girls like, oh my God, love you, man. Like, I never have said that. Like, you can ask Alex. Like, I'll text it because it's like, I don't know, text doesn't really mean shit to me. But I've only said the words, like, I love you to 2 people in my entire life, and one was the guy who I was engaged with, and he cheated on me, and I was so hurt by that because that was the first time I ever used those words and, like, felt that and meant that, to the point where right after I got a tattoo on my ass that says love doesn't exist. I have it on my ass. And then the second time I did it was with my other ex, and really that one I felt 100 times more than the first one did. So, so that those words are, like, when I say that, like, I actually mean those words, and yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't know what those words were. Like, I genuinely didn't, to be honest.
I think it's better that way, though, in a sense, because it's like, if you never said those words, then when you really mean it, like, that's how, like, you almost, like, know, in a way. So, I don't know. It's just, I don't know. It makes me cringe. Like, my parents, every Christmas, be like, so, for a Christmas gift, are you going to say, like, and I remember every time they try to make me sound like, oh, bro, this is so awkward. Like, I don't know. I don't know why it's so awkward. Like, it's so awkward for me. Like, they're like, my dad would be like, it's my birthday. Come on, it's my birthday. I'm like, oh, I'd be like, I don't know. It's, like, so awkward for me. I don't know why. It's so weird. But, so when I actually do mean it, it's, like, a real ass thing. For real. I got manipulated into saying it in my last one because he was treating me like shit, and he told me that he wasn't going to talk to me until I said it, and I basically had to say it, but I did not mean it at all, and he knows that. He fully knows that. Should we bring on our guest?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, so we have our friend here, Mitchell, and he's going to give us some guy perspectives on this topic, and yeah, we're going to see what happens. Hey, Mitchell.
Hey.
Welcome to the podcast.
Thanks, D-Dog. Alexandra.
Hello, welcome.
Great to see you guys.
Tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do.
Yes.
Way on the how, miss.
All right.
You know, back where I come from.
Oh, God, dude. Oh, my God.
You know, you actually want to know a little bit about me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, for real. Like,
Yeah,
tell us
come
about
on.
you. What do you do? Like, what do people know you for, sir?
Well, my name's Mitchell Eason. I own a landscaping company, and that's where we're at.
Okay.
I actually don't anymore. I sold it, but that's been the intro I've been going with lately. It really throws people a curveball.
I'm like, nice.
Like, okay.
Yeah.
And you're like, I actually don't.
I used to, though, my whole life. That was my thing.
Oh,
So what do you do now, mister?
Dude, I don't know. I live life, have fun, try to make some money, try to change the world a little bit. One
Social
person.
media, or are you?
Yeah, I mean, I tried to.
And
You seen my TikToks recently?
I actually haven't seen your TikToks.
That's probably why you haven't seen them. They're not on the For You page. They're just... Yeah, I'm trying.
So you were on The Circle.
I did The Circle.
I should actually watch it. I've actually never watched it. I should watch your.
Yeah, knock yourself out.
Did
you have fun?
Yeah, did you like it?
Yeah, I mean, I feel I could tear it up at whatever I'm doing.
What's
so.
like? What is it like being on reality TV though?
So easy, honestly. Like, you just go on and you're yourself. So I had the time of my life. Like,
Really?
everybody else, watching it back, everybody's playing strategy and everybody has this whole, like, game plan. I was freaking cooking. I was like, oh, this is incredible.
Yeah, you're just like vibing. You're just like,
Yeah.
you're like free pad for like.
They were like, yo, Mitch, like, you could go home tonight. I was like, dude, I'm here. Like,
You're like,
I already made it. Like, in life, like, I'm on Netflix. This is sick. Like, I'll go home tonight happy.
yeah, you're like, I'm here.
They're like,
And
no, like, you could go home tonight. I was like, so what?
Yeah, no fun.
you're like, okay.
Did you make it far?
Kind. I mean, they put me on late than freaking jerk offs, but no, honestly, let me not bite the hand that fed me. Netflix, I love you guys. Thank you. But yeah, I went on late and then I made it until like the finale, then got kicked off. So I was happy as fuck that I just was on there, made it on that long, had fun, and I was like, wow,
Hell yeah.
what an experience. And then here we are. So
Nice. You're
I'm on Better Big Sisters podcast, so I guess I'm doing pretty good.
Hey.
All right, so we have a couple questions for you, buddy.
Let's dive in.
Okay, so first question: have you ever been in a serious relationship before?
Honestly, I don't think so.
Really?
No. I mean, I was just thinking about this the other day. And like the closest thing I had to a relationship was when I was like 14 or 15. So I was
Really?
like still, yeah. The last like 5 years I haven't dated anybody. I never really had a girlfriend.
Like you've never even had like a little, or not even a little, like a long-term thing.
I've had things that lasted a while.
Okay.
But I only asked like one or two girls ever to be my girlfriend. One was in like 6th grade. It's my first girlfriend.
What credentials did they fit that the other girls did not?
True.
I mean, back then she was like the hottest girl in school. I was like, yo,
God.
she's beautiful. She was cool too. She is. She was really cool. We got on, and then we didn't see each other for like a week. And I was at the playground. One of my friends, we were like jumping our
Nice.
BMX bikes. I was like, yo, haven't seen my girlfriend in like a week. I'm breaking up with her. So I did.
Shut up.
I
Well, is
texted her.
there also a reason why you haven't been in a relationship?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just focused on myself.
Yeah.
Like, true. Like, everybody says that. And I feel like that's a BS reason as to why I don't have a girlfriend. But, like, I don't know. I spend so much time working on, like, my future or my career. And then when I'm not, I'm, like, in the gym. And then when I'm not doing that, I'm, like, meditating or, like, journaling or, like, goal plan, like, something. And then if I have free time, I want to hang with friends or go home to my family. And then would be a girlfriend. So that's, like... No offense to the girls out there, way down on my priority list. It's like, I got a lot of other stuff. So if they fit in, great. But I think that's really why I don't prioritize dating or meeting people.
Yeah, I mean, shit, you don't have to. Fuck that.
Yeah.
But we also heard that you're saving yourself, so.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to actively. Fuck, I just can't find anybody.
But
No, I'm kidding.
I was like, there has to be more of a reason, son.
No, yeah, I'll wait until marriage with that.
Oh, no way.
I've
Okay,
never flipped.
okay.
Yeah.
Hey, fuck it. That's fucking lit.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? That's fucking, like, I wish I was like that. The fuck?
Yeah, I mean,
Like, I regret literally probably everyone that I, like, hooked up with.
everybody says that. I can't say that, you know?
Like, no, I mean, that's sick. Like, fucking
Yeah.
thank
Yeah,
God,
I wish
dude.
I could take back literally all of them.
Yeah, like, not even, like, knowing,
Yeah,
wait.
my cock's never been in a cooter, so there's something there, right?
You're
Cheers.
fucking done, bro. You're fucking done.
It's not entered the bear cave. All right, I'm done.
Oh, what's, like, your type in a girl, sir? What is your type?
I don't know. I really I almost did Love Island. They really were asking me all these questions.
Really?
Like, yeah, like years ago. I was like, I don't fucking know. If we get on, we get on. Like, how the fuck do you describe that?
Yeah.
Someone, here's what I know my type is. Like, all the people out here, like, fucking chasing very different lifestyles and materialistic goals and, like, followers. Like, that's great. I'm in that world too, so I kind of go fair for myself at the same time. But someone that's like real and is in touch with themselves and has good morals, good values, like I look for in girls now who's gonna raise my kids the right way, not like
100%.
how big are their titties or their wiggies. Like that's great. Don't get me wrong. We'll take it.
Thank God you're not like anyone in LA.
Yeah, yeah. So that's it. But I don't know. For some reason, my type has been foreign blondes.
Nice.
Like every one of my exes is from like kind of exes, girls I talk to is from random countries, crazy accents, blonde, and yeah, it's been my type for some reason.
Oh, bet. Damn.
Where are you from, Dana?
I'm from San Diego, but I'm Mexican, so.
Ooh, she's foreign. Watch out.
You gonna take me on a date or what?
You gotta have the accent though. That's like a big thing for me.
Hola. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, absolutely not.
Okay, so our topic today is about cheating.
Ooh, fun.
Right?
Fun.
So we had a whole topic about what we would consider cheating. So from girls' perspectives. So as a guy, what would you consider cheating if you were in a relationship?
Cheating is like what I think when you do something physical with another person. But I feel it's like if I'm in a relationship, I'm really a trustworthy person. And like all the girls I've ever talked to or dated.
Wait, question. Have you done oral stuff?
I've gotten some ditties, yeah. Some handies, some ditties. Yeah, I was a young stunner. Like when I was like in 8th grade, I was a dog. And then I kind of had the breakthrough of like, this isn't fulfilling.
Okay.
And then I was like, I'm going to stay a virgin. And then I read that in the Bible and I was like, yeah, right. Like I'm an animal. And then I was like, fair kid, I'm going to do that for like God and for myself. And then here we are.
Hell yeah.
But before that, yeah, I was an animal. But I just never had sex. So, no log shoe, no butt stuff either. That's off the table. Just to throw that out there.
Just to clarify.
Everybody's like, what do you put it in the pooper? I'm like, no, dude. Like, fair. Like, if I'm gonna do that, I might as well put it in the cooter. Like, you know. Anyway, sidetracked. What was your other question?
What would you consider cheating?
Yeah, I would say anything physical, like kissing, handies, ditties, fairking, obviously. But to me, like, I don't care if someone's like, see, this is where I struggle with it. I need someone who's really trustworthy that I date because everyone calls me a flirt, and I don't think I am. I just have fun, and I treat
You're
people
just a flirty personality, yeah.
Like, I'm fun as a motherfucker. I dance, I talk to everybody. So I remember, like, talking to some girls, and they used to get mad when I was, like, dancing with someone or, like, talking to her, like, why are you flirting with them? I'm like, all right, this is not going to work out. Like,
oh, interesting. Okay. So
cheating is like when you do something physical to me.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so what we were saying was we were even saying like even like what is it? Commenting on someone's photo in like a flirtatious way is kind of cheating to us. Commenting like sliding up on someone's story in a weird flirtatious way is cheating to us.
I guess it depends on the flirt. Like
if my man went to go dance with another girl, I would be like, yeah, fuck you. I'm sorry.
No, Dana.
No, that is kind of sus.
That is sus.
No.
That
to me,
is.
like, I feel like I just have trust. Like, unless they're faking a hand job and going to cheat on me, then I'm like, all right, you're a piece of faking
Yeah, but
crap,
the thing is like, if you have time to dance with somebody else, like, why aren't you dancing with me? You know what I mean?
True.
And, like, why are you giving that girl, like, the attention?
Yeah,
and, like,
that
the little,
ounce of, like,
but
she's like, oh, my God, this guy is dancing with me. Like, he definitely doesn't have a girl.
But you gotta still live your life. Like, to me, I don't think you should stop your life completely when you're in a relationship.
But
that's not living
I understand
your life.
if like you're in a situationship and you guys aren't like official, but I'm talking about like if you're officially with someone.
Yeah, but so if I'm officially with someone, like I this one girl, I probably closest thing to a relationship. Me and her both got it. Like, she talked to everybody, I talked to everybody. She had fun, I had fun. Like, it was very mute. Like, we both understand that we were never gonna do anything. But we just didn't give a frick if one person would, like, I didn't care if she was talking to some dude and I was there. Like, I was talking, like.
But in the open relationship,
no.
on here?
No, there's, like, a trust. Like, if you want to have a, conversation with a guy or a girl, like, I don't care about
conversations
that. Conversations are fine. But we're talking about dancing.
Yeah, but I dance. So it's like, if a girl's not cool with that, I don't think it's, like. You see me get busy.
Okay, but you can dance by yourself and like be chill, but you don't gotta pull another girl into your little dance moment.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm in a relationship, I probably won't. But if the situation arose, I'd want my girl to trust that I'm not gonna fuck her after dancing with her. Like it's just a dance, then we're gonna leave and never see each other again. You know.
I would probably kill myself.
Like, did you see me last night at dinner? Did you see my story last night at dinner? Oh my gosh, wait. Like, this is the stuff.
But, like, you're not in a relationship.
No, but, like, I would do this in a relationship, and I'd want my girl to be okay with it.
I'm scared. Okay, well, that's just you by yourself. I'm saying
No, but I'm, like, kind of humping the girl a little, like, just, like, put my foot up. And was...
I'm going to kill him.
So, to me, it's like there's a line. If you're doing it in a flirtatious way and, like, grabbing them or, like, getting close, that's different. But if you're just, like, shimmying and you're at, like, a club, like... You're a human being. I don't consider that cheating. Okay. Unless you kiss them or like get their number, like then you're like, all right, now that's a little weird.
So what if you're like scrolling through Instagram and there's like a guy that you don't really know, right? And your girlfriend is commenting fire emojis underneath this guy's post.
See, I struggle with this because I comment rockets on everybody's
Okay,
post.
no, but that's rockets. It's like different. You know what I'm saying? It's like the girl is commenting like fire emoji or heart eye emojis under like a shirtless guy's photo. That, like, you don't know, and he's, like, not, like, a celebrity or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? Like...
See, I don't know where I stick, because I really don't give a fuck. Like, I'm like, if you think the grass is green over there, sweetheart, good luck. Like...
But so you think that's considered cheating, though? Like
I think that's weird. Don't get me wrong. Like, if she's commenting all these dudes that are, like, good-looking in this, I'd be like, yo, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you want him? Go for him, then, you fucking weirdo.
So that is cheating.
No, like I wouldn't break up with a girl over her comment on an Instagram picture. Maybe I would address it, but here's the thing: I probably wouldn't even notice personally.
But if you did, like, would you be like kind of sussed out by it? Would you be like, "What is this?" Like, would you ask her and be like, "This is like kind of."
I don't know, because I've never like this is a new thing. I haven't had a relationship the last few years. I just think no, because I have so much. Like, say if I'm in a relationship, what if I comment fire emojis on your picture?
But the thing is like you would like we're friends and she would know that we're friends, but it was someone that like
mutually known.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like they would, but it's somebody like that she doesn't really know, and it's like not someone who's popping, and then she did that. You know
Honestly,
what I'm saying?
I still don't give a fuck. I really I don't unless she's taking action and. Okay, I don't give a fuck about that.
Man, sir, I think you might get cheated on. I'm just... I
just have trust. Like, I don't give a... Unless... I guess where I would draw the line is when they start DMing them in a flirty way, then I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? That's different. But if they're commenting... Like, I drop rockets on girls that post booty shots. Like, I don't care. They're my friends. I'm going to support them.
No, yeah, but that's, like, different than, like, I don't know, like, fire emojis.
I don't know. My rocket, like... It's pretty dangerous stuff right there.
I've had one of my friends' boyfriends comment fire emojis under my ass photo, and I'm like, that's a little weird.
That's a little. I see your point.
You know
I
what I mean?
see your point, and I'd probably feel some type of way about it, but I don't think it would be a relationship ender, like a huge deal. It might just be like a conversation, like what the fuck's wrong with you?
What are some things that you'd let slide, like that your girl would do that seems a little sus, but you wouldn't like really mention, you wouldn't like talk about it? That could potentially be a little off, but you're like,
See, I don't know, because I really am. I know how I am, I guess is what it is.
Yeah.
And every girl's always that I've had a thing with, like, why are you talking to her? Why are you dancing? I'm like, dude, you need to fucking relax. Like, I'm living my life. Like, we're together, yeah, but fuck. So to me, like, that's me. Like, I've always been in sales, always owned companies, so I'm always like shaking hands, networking, having like a fun personality. And if a girl gets mad at me for that, I'm like, do you not trust me? So to me, I trust myself not to cheat, and I just expect to trust others. So the only thing would be is if they make an initiative that's like flirty, I guess. Like if they're dancing with someone, I really don't give a fuck. Go tear it up, honey. Live your life. I'll come in and dance with them. I'll fucking hump the dude too. I don't give a shit. Like I'm with it. I guess if they started like getting real close or exchanging numbers, then I'd probably be like, what are you doing? Like, this is a little interesting.
What if you're exchanging numbers, but you say that you're dating beforehand?
Yeah, I think that's acceptable.
That's okay. What if you exchange numbers and they tell you after you already gave them your number and when you left? Do you think that's cheating?
No.
No?
Like, I think cheating.
Guys have such a different mindset.
I think I'm different because my friends, I think a little different. No, because
my guy friend, he did that. He the girl asked her number and then got her number and then texted her after. Yeah. And was like, "Does she not have a girlfriend?" That was the first text he sent her.
Does she not? Wait, what?
If that makes sense.
No, say that again.
So okay, do you want to explain it a little bit?
This guy met a girl or
we
whatever.
Don't know the background. It might be he's a photographer or something, but we don't know.
Yeah, we don't know the background. Apparently got a girl came, asked for his number. Mm-hmm. We don't know what happened in that conversation, but after he had gotten his number, after he had left, he had texted her after and was like, "By the way, I have a girlfriend, just so you know." But it was after she already got the number, after that whole conversation. And I think I'm going to put it in this perspective for you from a girl's brain. When someone you're talking to or dating talks to someone else or gives the inkling of that feeling to someone else, it's the feeling of inside of a girl of watching someone you love give that attention to someone else. You know what that feels like.
I agree with you there.
You know what that feels like. You know that that's yours. And watching.
That's the same with the dancing thing.
Yeah, it's I would never want to see someone I love and I'm a lesbian, so right. I only talk to girls. I only date girls.
Right.
And I would never want someone that I'm dating or love to be dancing in front of me with another girl over a girl. And that to me is the same thing as a girl and boy dancing together.
Do you classify dancing as cheating though?
Not cheating, but it would really bother me, I think. Okay. I don't think I'd...
No, it would piss me the fuck off.
Yeah, I wouldn't be like, "You're cheating on me." Right. But I'd walk up and be like, "How dare you give another person
the attention,
the inkling of them thinking they could get your attention, them thinking, because you go up to your boys and you're like, "Yo, I just talked to the cutest girl back there, you know what I mean? She was so cute," and you walk away, right? The girls do the same thing. They walk up to their friends and they're like, "I just danced with the cutest boy and he was so cute," and then she's gonna go try and find his Instagram after. And in reality, that other girl watching from the side is that's mine.
But I see your point. I see your point.
Not the
but okay, think about it, right? If you have trust, to me, trust is a starting block of any relationship. If you don't have trust, you're always looking over the other person's shoulder. Who you texting? Who you DMing? Who you commenting on? Why are you doing this? Why'd you say this to someone? I don't deal with that. I can't, if my friend is always looking over my shoulder or a girl, I'm just like, "Yo, trust me." So to me, I feel it's the intention. You're right. If I'm going out and I'm getting real close and flirty and getting Instagrams, that's different. And I have a girlfriend.
But if you might not feel like it, but that girl.
But I'm saying that's different. But if I'm just having fun and I'm kind of not giving them attention, just dancing with them, that's fine in my book. I trust myself. And if my girl per se does that, I wouldn't. Obviously, if a guy starts freaking kissing her, I'm like, okay, now
so
we crossed the line here.
If your girl's throwing it back on a guy, you would just be nice?
No.
Oh, so it's the other way around. Buddy sus.
Here's the thing.
Buddy sus.
It depends. There's a way to do that and not. If it's fun and games and we're both there and I'm freaking getting busy with a girl and we're all dancing and she's doing that, to me, we're not cheating on each other. We're having fun together.
Yeah, but you wouldn't be a little bit.
I would say that to me is almost crossed the line where it's all right, now you're freaking bare button to cock here. It's a little thing. But if you're just shimmying and dancing and having fun, that's fine in my book. I guess there's a certain level of flirtatious dancing or talking that you do cross, but if you're dating, you won't let it get there.
Yeah.
So I just feel you know where that boundary is.
I know what you're talking about, but if I was dancing with someone that wasn't my partner, I'd kind of dance next to them, but not on them. You can dance it's not wrong to dance with another girl or boy that's your friend if you guys are right in front of each other, jumping with each other and getting just moving with each other. But at the minute you put your hands on another person, I think that is cheating.
Yeah, because even if it's in
jumping,
that's what I'm saying. Then that's chill.
All right. I thought that's what you guys are. I was like,
we're talking about.
I'm talking about, say, like, you're dancing or someone's dancing with your girl, right? And she's jumping up and down, and then he puts his hands on her waist.
I mean, I'll probably go knock him out. Then
right?
it's like, that's a little weird. Yeah.
Okay. See, that's what we're talking about.
When we are dancing, we dancing is like, come on.
But I will say,
not the butt, Mitchell.
A girl I briefly dated, the one that was arguably the closest thing to a relationship I've had. Like, we've had nights where we were kind of together. We weren't officially dating. We were talking, and we were getting loose in the clubs together. Like, I was dancing with other girls, shimmying, doing some Spanish music, hip movement. She was doing shit with other guys. Like, we were together. We were getting busy, and then at the end, we'd like come together and like make out and dance together. But like, we just both accepted, like, yo, we're not gonna flirt with these people and like make out with them. We're gonna go have a time. So
Why'd
I feel
you guys
like
stop talking?
I don't know. I know she moved across the country, but so did I. So it's like, I don't know. That was like years ago too. So that's like, we both mutually understood, like, I trust you. Let's just go have a time. Mm-hmm. And that's what we did. So I guess it's the conversation of trust you have to have with your partner.
Oh, yeah.
You know? Like, I'm a very open guy. Unless you cross a line, I'm not going to question it. And then obviously you cross a line, then to me it's like, you're done. Mm-hmm. I'm very clear. Like, I'm not going to question you on, what do you think? Are you why are you commenting? I really don't care about that. Second, I find out you're fucking another dude, like, you're just blocked and we're done. Like, it's fine. Like, I don't really care. So, I don't know. Maybe I'll get fucking cheated on. I don't care. That, like, I don't
only
look
been
at that.
cheated on in my relationship. So when you bring up like the trust thing, it is a little harder for like me or even like Alex because of like what we have been through in the past.
It's like traumatizing.
And like we want it to be that. I'm not like a lot. Like we want it to be those people. Like we want to be those chill, laid back. Like you do whatever you want. Like type of people. But like, unfortunately, like you are sitting here and like you can say that like you confidently think that way, but a lot of people will say that they think that way and they aren't actually doing that. They're actually cheating. They're actually doing this stuff that's wrong. But then they have the same outlook on it that you do. But in reality, there's all the sus stuff going on in the back. So where does that cutoff actually, where can you actually trust a person if all you've been shown is horrible things?
I would say, sit up here. I would say, like, that's your history, that's your past. Sucks. Don't get me wrong. Like, that sounds terrible for you guys. Sorry you had to go through that. Sounds like you got with some pieces of shit. But at the same token, like, why, just because one person did one thing to another, like, don't carry that baggage into the next. So,
but like, then it has always happened.
I mean, you might be attracted that day. No, I'm kidding. I would say,
fuck you.
Honestly, like, okay, so here's my view on this type of stuff. I genuinely, like, to my core, don't give a fuck if someone, okay, I'm sure I'd be hurt a little bit if someone cheated on me. Or, like, when friends screw me over, girls screw me over, people in business try and screw me over, I'm like, you're a fucking big dummy. Like, you don't know who you just lost. Like, I was a great friend. I cared about you. I wanted the best for you. Would never do anything malintention towards you. So when girls, guys, business, whatever, try and fuck me over, I'm like, wow, like, I genuinely feel bad for them. They lost me because I know how good of a human I am, like, genuinely.
Yeah.
So to me, I just trust openly until they give me a reason not to, and then I decide, like, should this person be in my life or not? And if they fucking cheated on me, fuck you. Like, now I know you're not the one. So I would just trust, like, I just trust openly.
So you have that confidence in yourself that's lit, actually.
Yeah.
So I want to bring up one point, just because I want to see what your
this is going to be dangerous. I can tell by the look. Go ahead.
So as I just said, like, I am gay, so I only date girls, right? When you're gay, or you don't really have intercourse with a person in the same way, right? But I would still call, like, oral sex and what I do with my partner sex. And
this is a good question.
So how do you, like, what do you actually, do you consider just the actual thing sex, or do you consider oral sex and all that you have been a part of sex? Because I view it in a way of, like, even, like, touching my other partner is, like, sex because of how it is. Right.
So I honestly didn't think about this until, like, a year or two ago. One of my friends who's lesbian kind of called me out on that same thing, and I was like, to be honest, I never thought of it from your perspective. Like, never crossed my mind. To me, when I grew up, I just thought sex was, penis and a vagina. That was losing your virginity. Like, that's just what we were taught in, like, middle school, right? So I did, like, got some handies, got some ditties, and that was, like, a kid, like 12, 13. Like, that was already done. And then when I made the commitment. 13? Yeah, I was like, I was young.
Holy
So I was, like, a young stunner, and then I made the commitment to not have sex, which in my eyes was, like, anything, my cock and a vagina or a butthole. Like, that's how I look at sex. To me, like, straight couple, penis, vagina, sex, lose virginity. Gay guys, I would say, penis, butthole. I never thought about girls because obviously I'm a guy that's straight. So I don't know how you classify sex versus. I really never thought about it. Like, honestly, I have no words.
Because in my brain, I'm like, you said that you have done other stuff before. So to me, in my brain, that's like sex. Yeah. But to you, in your brain, that's like. It's not. So that's like, it's an interesting little point there.
I would say, like, my brain registers it's like doing bits. You know what I mean? Like, there's like the bases, right? Like, growing up as a kid, first base is like make out, second base you grab a titty, like whatever it is.
What base would you go to?
I guess technically is third, right? Because that's like head. So like that, to me, anything when you're like making out, someone jerks you off, you finger blast someone, like, sure, that's intimate.
Just the words.
Finger blast, like, what's going on?
Like, we really the Rick and Morty
finger
theme.
Blast, intimate.
Yeah.
Like, you do bits, right? Like I wouldn't classify losing my virginity as making out with someone. But technically, like, my tongue is entering their orifice. Yeah. So to me, like, that's, I guess, a gray area for me and you, but I define it as like when my cock goes in a vagina or a butthole, like, I'm not a virgin and it hasn't done that. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah.
Like, that's how I define sex.
Nice. No,
other than that,
funny.
it's just doing bits and like, being like sexually.
Yeah.
I guess I'm sexually active virgin. Well, not anymore, really. I don't do.
Sexually active virgin. That's the quote of the day. I'm a sexually active virgin. Love that.
Did you find it harder to keep this promise to yourself after you got off of television and after you started coming into the scene?
Yeah, well, before and after type vibe.
Is it harder now to keep that promise to yourself?
I mean, no. Like, to be honest, it was the toughest when I first made it. Because, like, I was, like, the typical player kid. I had everything to say to a girl, every text. Like, I had fucking my whole school and neighboring schools lined up with girls. Yeah. And, like, me and my friends, when we were 13 years old, like, the only thing on our mind was getting girls. Like, after school, let's hang out with so-and-so, let's go here, let's go to the movies. So that was, like, I feel every kid growing up in America or in the world, when they're getting through puberty, has testosterone pumping. That was my whole focus. So then I did that for a while, did my bits, maybe sex. But then right when I made the decision, I didn't really know what I was going to do. I just wanted to focus on work and my career. And I was like, I'm not going to have sex until I'm married. And it didn't really hit me until, like, sex started really presenting itself. Then I got into, like, modeling and all the old girls that I used to kind of hang out with. And, when I was 12, would make out with them or something. I thought that was cool. Now they're, like, 16. They're like, yo, you want to hang out? And I'm like, oh, like, now we're, like, older and they want to have sex. And, like, this is tough. Like, high school was really tough because there was so many kind of people in my hometown that I had either hung out with or friends with or did little bits with. Yeah. So that was tough. But yeah, I mean, it was just a change. Now it doesn't ever get easier. Like, I feel like everybody thinks like I just got it down. Like, every time there's like a beautiful fucking girl that I'm getting on with and they want to have sex, I'm like, no, like,
you're like, no.
No.
Has any girl ever gotten like angry with you?
Yeah, that has happened.
No way.
Yeah.
Wait, what the fuck?
So,
giving it, like, what happened?
I don't know the right time to tell a girl I'm a virgin. Now, thank God it's out. Like, I actually love the fact that most people know this. Like, it's on social media, it's on Netflix. So it's beautiful because now people just like, oh, you're a virgin. I'm like, yes.
You're like, thank God. Yeah, thank God.
Because, like, there was a situation. I was in New York, and it was my first fashion week. I think I was 18. And, I mean, I was from a small town in Pennsylvania. I'd never seen 5'10", beautiful, like, picture-perfect cover girls, right? Yeah. And they're walking around with their tops off, getting changed, like, talking to me, like, oh, how are you? And I'm like, I can't talk to you right now. Like, put some clothes on, sweetheart. So there was this beautiful girl. Anyway, one thing led to another, and we were just like kissing and stuff. It was a little thing. And then we were hanging out that night, and we were doing some bits. You know, stuff got a little sideways. And then before it got too far, like, we were making out. Maybe I was grabbing some titties. You know the vibe. I just stopped, and I was like, yo, I really feel like I should tell you, like, I'm a virgin. And she was like, no, like it was almost at the point where it was going to be,
no.
It was like going to
no.
be natural to have sex. And she's like, you know, we're having sex. And I was like, no. Like, I think she initiated it. Like, she started to, like, take her pants off or something. I was like, oh, I kind of put myself in this situation. Now I got to tell her.
But no, you didn't put yourself in that situation.
Yeah.
Because to be honest, what like, this is the same thing that girls talk about when they say, like, guys, their boyfriends or whatever, or guys beg them to have sex and they really don't want to, and then they end up doing it, and then they're like crying after and like so upset about it. That's literally what those girls were doing to you. So it wasn't that
they tried.
It wasn't that you were waiting till the last moment, or that you even owed her an explanation of why you didn't want to have sex with her. You could have literally looked at her in the face and been like, yo, I just don't not want to fuck you. I do not want to fuck you because I don't want to. You don't even need to give her a reason. And if she didn't take that reason,
she was mad.
Then that's wrong.
Actually, it was like
fuck
a very.
her.
Like,
That's
I was like,
weirdo move.
She's like, no, like, we're having sex, and I was like, I don't know how to tell you this. We're not.
Yeah.
Like, no. She was like freaking yelling at me, screaming like, "F me, you're." Like, just like, we're having sex, you're gonna F me, like, trying to like grab me and shit.
Actually, what the fuck?
Gets better. So then I was like, okay, you're freaking nuts. Like, she was hot as shit. Like, one of the hottest girls I probably ever like made out with. Don't get me wrong. But I was looking, I was like, you're freaking crazy. Like, nuts. So I was like, look, I'm not freaking you. Like, I'm done. And I literally walked away, went back to some, there was like some designer event for one of the brands I was walking with. I went there. She was at the same freaking event that night. So this was like late. It's like 2:00 in the morning.
Oh my God.
And the designer brand, like the owner of the brand that I was walking for, I'm dancing with. And I'm like shimmying and shaking. She comes up and slaps her, like hits her.
The girl?
The girl.
That you're dancing with?
No. The girl that wanted to have sex with me. And I said no. Sees me at that club. Because it was all like,
no,
we're
but
all
who
in
did she slap?
The freaking owner of the fashion
owner,
brand.
Bruh.
So then the owner looks at me and was like, yo, get your girlfriend out of here. Like, she's freaking nuts. I was like,
that's not my goddamn girlfriend.
I was like, I'm so sorry. Like, I don't know this girl. Like, I had an interaction with her tonight. Like, I almost got kicked off of Fashion Week for that. And I had to, like, explain and apologize for that
What the
girl.
actual fuck?
Yeah. And she got kicked out and stuff. It was interesting.
What the actual fuck?
That's the most extreme, though. Like,
because that's...
No, that's fucking...
No, because that's weird.
My
because
God.
It's like... I like with my last boyfriend, like he wanted it like so disgusting. He wanted to try to like get it on like 3 times a day, and I'm like, no, there's some days that I don't like. I just want to chill.
Right.
Like, why do we have to do this? Like,
Right.
why I just want to chill with you? Like, what the fuck? And same with my other ex. Like, they would like get mad, scream like, you don't love me. You don't love me. You don't want
Like,
to. You don't love me.
psychologically feel
Yeah, and it's like, I don't want to do that, and I'm not going to enjoy it. I'm going to enjoy you less, and I'm also going to start losing feelings for you because it's not that connection. You know what I mean? It's like so, and it's like that's what that girl was doing, and that's like,
it should never be forced.
It should never be forced. And then
messed up.
even what you said, like how in the beginning of this you started with like, I feel bad, but I have to eventually, like, what? Like, you should never. It should
I don't
never
really
be
feel
like
bad, but it's like,
but it should never be something that literally
well, because
is.
I would feel bad, and I'd be like, fuck, well, I'm going to cave in, and then I'll just be like,
yeah.
no.
That's
See,
not
I'll always
fucking
tell them no,
ass,
but like, here's it now. Recent years, the last few years, I don't put myself in those situations anymore. But when I was before, like, I didn't hard make the commitment one day. It was kind of like a grow into it. Like, this doesn't feel right. I don't want to be doing like getting head from random girls. Like, it's just it's unfulfilling. Like, I would do stuff with random girls. I was like, what was that even for? Like, I got nothing out of that. I don't care about her. Like, it's just not fulfilling. So that like happened, but I didn't know I was gonna stay like be a virgin. Like, it was just like a weird gray area, and I kept putting myself in those situations, and I like. It kind of, what I said I feel bad was giving that energy. Like, I'll still go up and have fun and talk to girls.
But you should still be able to do that.
Say no, yeah. And now I do. And girls, here's the thing now. I like that everybody knows, and I'll start with that now. But it's so, when I was trying to get girls, don't get me wrong, it worked. But now all my friends are like, dude, you're wasting your looks. Like, if I would be having sex with everybody, I'm like, dude,
what?
I'm telling you right now.
You want to be exclusive?
I'm telling you right now, though, throw my looks aside. I don't value sex, and I swear, as soon as I made the commitment to be a virgin, I think it's like the people want what they can't have psychological thing. I just have fun. Girls, guys, I don't go out and look for sex. I don't go out and be like, oh, who am I hooking up with? Like, I don't have that register in my mind. I just go out to have fun and connect with people.
I mean, I don't like hooking up. I don't really fuck people unless if I'm in a relationship with them.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't look for that either. Like, I don't like to do that. Like, I'll have like guys spend the night, but I won't fuck them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I feel you.
And it's like, it's just because I don't like fucking people if I don't have that connection with somebody, if that makes sense.
Yeah. And I feel like that's where the whole toxic form of like sexuality and sex actually is like you can be sexual with a person, you can be like into a person, you could show interest, and you don't have to go home and you don't have to fuck. You could literally go home, have a whole conversation in bed and sleep together and wake up the next morning and move on after having a whole sexual night and dancing with each other and maybe making out. You could still do that. That's still a possibility. You can do that in any form. And I feel like a lot of people, like, someone thinks that since someone comes up and flirts with them that they're gonna go fuck them that night, and that's not the reality of it. The reality is, like, if someone comes, that's where relationships are so fucked up right now, is that the minute someone comes up to you, the first thing that people are thinking about is literally sex. That's what they're thinking about. They're thinking about, I'm attracted to this person, I want to fuck them. And in reality, it should be like, I'm attracted to this person, I want to know more about them. I want to know about their life. I want to know what they have going on in their head. It doesn't matter that that's not going to happen at the end of the night.
Then you'll be attracted to someone and then end up with a crazy bitch like that and you don't even know who the fuck she is. Yeah. Now you're getting like almost kicked out of an event. So it's like, to be honest, even in the form of, I've like been with girls like that too, where like a girl got in my bed, took off all of her clothes, was literally like touching me all over my body, saying things to me, but she was one of my best friends. I got out of my own bed and I went and I sat on the couch. Wow. Like, you don't need to give that. I was like, what's going on?
She saw it. She literally saw it. And
what's happening here?
It was like one of our best friends too. And I was like, yo, I'm going to get out of my fucking bed because I do not want to be in a part of something like this, right? Yeah. So I get out and I sit on the couch, right? But I made that decision for myself because I didn't want to be doing anything with that person. Like, I made that decision for myself, and that's okay. Like, you should not feel like you need to do that at the end of the night, no matter what the situation is. Like, even if you are flirting with them the whole time and you are giving them head and you could be like, yo, I don't want to have sex tonight. And that should be okay. That should be something okay. And it's turned into something so toxic that it's like not.
Yeah. I feel you, like, I feel you because I'm in those situations. Exactly. I used to be in them a lot. Anymore, like I said, I don't really take girls home. That's not my move.
You don't put yourself in that situation.
But when I would do that, you're right. It's like this, all right, this is what you're expecting. But girls, funny story, flip script. This one girl, about a year or two ago, actually, I was flirting with her at the club. She was flirting with me, and then she needed a ride home. So whatever, I was going to give her a ride home. She was, whatever. We ended up going back to my house. And then she comes over, and as soon as, like, we get to my house, she's like, oh, my gosh, like, I know what I came here for. Like, good looking girl was all over me at the club. She's like, I really don't want to have sex. Like, I'll just go home. Like, I know this is bad. And I actually, now we're friends to this day. I didn't tell her I was a virgin. I was like, look, we don't have to do a single thing. We just stayed up all night talking.
Those are the best times.
It was beautiful. And now, like, the next time we hung out, then she wanted to, like, do bits and stuff. And I was like, yo, by the way, like, you made that decision last time on your own, but we weren't going to have sex anyway. Like, I'm a virgin. She was like, what the frick? But now, like, that's we're actually friends because we didn't just frick the first night and forget about each other. Like, we actually bonded, have a friendship. You learned about each other.
Yeah. And imagine, like, it's like how much better relationships would be to, like, learn about each other and then, like, that coming afterwards instead of
that brings up, like, a certain point, though. So, you guys, like, kind of hooked up, right? And now you guys are just, like, close friends, right?
Yeah, we did some bits, yeah.
Okay, so basically I have like solid 4 guy friends who I'm really close with that I actually hooked up with like 2 years ago.
Right.
But it was like a one night thing, and then we talked basically before like we fucked, and then we decided that like the next day that we're actually like really close friends.
Yeah.
And I've been best friends with them ever since. Like we'll go to the club together, be like, oh, go get that girl. Like I'll be their wingman and shit.
Yeah.
Like as like a guy like you were to come in and like dating me, would you find that sus?
See, no, because then, how could I have the double standard? Because I have friends in my life that like I've done stuff with, but like we realize like, hey, I'm not fucking you. I don't care to date you, but I love you. I love you in my life, and it's mutual. So no, like, how can I put that on you and then expect you to not have that with me too? Even though I didn't fuck them, you know, maybe I called a handy or something.
Yeah. But
so
still,
no,
it was still like a little moment. You know what I mean?
It's tough because I guess if another guy or your partner doesn't have that same thing, then they're like, that's weird. But to me, I know exactly what that's like because I have it. So I'd be like, no, like I trust you again. Like as long as you're not fucking them while we're dating.
Yeah, no.
Fine.
I mean, it was only a one-time thing, like 2 years ago. Literally all of them. So it's like, but yeah, no, that's that thing that I kind of worry about with like the guy that I date is like that's something. But because you said that, I was like, oh, I have actually had that experience as well.
Yeah, no, I just think it comes down to trust. Like, if you don't have trust in a relationship, you don't have a relationship. You have like a freaking sword you're trying to take your partner down with.
Yeah.
But if your partner doesn't give you the ability to trust them,
they shouldn't be your
partner.
partner.
They shouldn't be your partner. True. They shouldn't be your partner, but if you are with someone and they have not like changed and then they decide that they want to change randomly, you know what I mean? They're like, I'm gonna change for you and I'm gonna do all this stuff, and then it's like that trust thing also. Like you have to build that also, and that's why starting new relationships right after getting cheated on is because it's literally the same thing as if you're going back to that person and you're giving them like another little like chance. Like it's literally the same exact thing because they just cheated on you. Right. So if you're going into another relationship right away, of course you're going to be thinking, oh, that person's doing this, that person's doing this. That's probably why they're asking more questions. It's not that the trust isn't there. It's the trust needs to be built with that person. So would that like bother you? Would that push someone away if someone was like that with you? Like if someone was like...
Yeah, that's an interesting one. Because here's how I feel. Like not in a fucked up way. Like I think definitely what you're saying is valid and I can see your point. But to me, it's almost then you're starting to attract it. Like literally. So if I'm going in, I'm just very open and trustworthy. And I expect them to be a trustworthy person and they are, it makes sense. And if they cheat on me, then it's like, oh wow, you're a piece of shit. I'm glad you taught me that now, not in 10 years when we have kids. And I just move on in my life. But a lot of my friends that are girls that deal with similar stuff, I'll talk to them and I can see how they treat people. And I'm like, dude, if you are always checking them and looking over their shoulder and doing this, sooner or later it's going to like register in their mind like, well, why are they wearing? And they don't trust themselves in a sense. And then by them consistently doing that, it almost in a fucked up way, then the guy thinks he can. Like it's weird.
I've actually never thought about like
you know what I mean? Crazy. Like, because then it's like, well, what the fuck? Like she thinks I'm doing it anyway. And she, you know, like, it's like you almost manifest that shit. Because now you have that type of guy that's like borderline and you don't trust him. And now he's like, you know what?
Oh my God. This needs to be a snippet for the TikTok.
Holy
put it in
shit.
snippet.
Holy shit. I honestly have never heard of it that way. And that makes so much sense.
Yeah.
It does.
That does. Because if you're putting it into someone's brain over and over again
every day,
that's when they are gonna
one day
start to want to actually try to do it. Because if you're
you're
so worried about it,
fine,
I'll do it.
And then they might not find out anyway because I'll just deny like I do anyway.
That makes so much sense because you know what's his name said on the phone. Oh my God.
What? Wait, just say it.
Oh, you were on the phone with one of your friends and he was like, let's just do it. So he made a joke like that.
Wait,
let's just do it because they always say that we do it anyways.
Who was it?
You know who I'm talking about.
No, who is it? Oh my God, yeah. Take out the name.
He was like, might as well do it because everyone says we do it anyways.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And
you're just affirming every day.
Yes.
Hey, are you going to cheat on me? Hey, this is sketchy.
God.
And then eventually, like, especially if they're already bored, like if you already don't trust them 100% and they may have that aspect in them. And every day you're putting in their mind, you're DMing girls, you're doing this, you're doing that.
Actually,
they're gonna break, and one day just do it and be like,
did I manifest every single guy cheating on me?
Kinda. I mean, not really. You just got dealt a bad hand, but.
Oh my god.
You gotta stop telling them what the fuckers before did.
Yeah.
You give them fucking.
No, on God.
Literally ideas. God. You give them ideas.
But you know what it is too? You kind of, like, that's why I said you attract that. So take that example, right? You just got cheated on. Does suck. You carry that baggage into another relationship. The dude that you're going to attract is most likely the same piece of shit you just broke up with.
Wait, question.
And they're going to do the same thing.
If I'm like, do you find this like weird if a girl says this? I'm like, hey, like my ex cheated on me, like that's why I'm like worried. Like, would you be like, what the like?
So
what?
No, but if you don't trust me, then here's what I'm saying, right? You come in with that and you don't trust me, we will never work out. Like very quickly, I'm going to realize you don't trust me. I'm just going to say, hey, this isn't working out because I don't want to be overlooking your shoulder and you are mine. I won't put up with that. Like, just quite frankly, that's not how I operate. I need someone who trusts me in a relationship. So it won't work with us. And then you'll be like, oh, darn, whatever. And then the next guy you talk to who is a piece of shit, you're going to say that to, and they're going to be like, oh, yeah, no problem. And then they put up with it because they're cheating on you. And then you're like, oh, my gosh, I got cheated on again. It's like, well, they kind of took your bait. Like, they were aware.
Oh, my God. Like, I'm literally setting myself up for failure.
You know what I mean? Like, that guy you're going to attract by doing that.
No, I'm getting a full-ass relationship advice right now and, like, how to deal with the next one. Okay, Mitchell.
You know, like, that's how I see it.
He turned it around, Tom.
I don't know.
No, that's... I've actually never thought about it that way. That is extremely valid. It's like giving them the invite to do that because maybe they haven't before, but then they learn how to...
And now they're so used to denying it, it's natural. They've been not lying, but they've been denying it for a year. No, I haven't talked to her. No, I'm not doing that. No, I'm not. Already. And now they cheat and they're like, did you do it? No, it's natural.
I told you no, like the first 40 times.
And then they can use that and now manipulate you. Why don't you trust me? No, I would never. I told you this before. And now you feel bad.
Why are you talking about my past relationship? He's literally explaining my past relationship.
And now they got you fucked up in the head. And you're like, oh my gosh, maybe I am insecure. And they're like, you are insecure.
Oh my God, are you like explaining my last relationship like to the T? I'm like, just,
it makes so much sense.
Right now, I'm gonna walk out.
Yeah. So yeah.
Damn.
Not saying you guys deserve that at all. Like you might have just had a bad hand, but I feel people like-minded attract. If they don't, a lot of times people won't trust someone else because they don't trust themselves. Mm-hmm. You know, like to me, I define confidence as like the habit of doing what you say you're going to do. So like if we work together and I was like, yo, I need you here every day at 8 a.m. and you show up every day at 8 a.m., I would say, I'm confident you'll show up at 8 a.m. Mm-hmm. Me, every day I go to the gym. I do it. And when I don't, I'm like, wow, I don't feel as good. Because I'm same. I'm not consistent. So to me, like if I'm doing or not doing things I say, I'm not confident. I don't trust myself. My word is meaningless. The guys that you might be attracting are that. Because you're looking at this angle of like, oh, this. Oh, I don't trust you. I don't do this. And they don't even trust themselves. So then they're going to try and over-affirm it to then get you to trust them. And then it's this toxic thing where it's like, I'm over here like, sounds great. I'm going to go over here. You know what I mean? It's like you attract the energy. You know what I mean? Like you attract like-minded people into your environment. If I'm a confident person that goes to the gym, I'm going to meet other confident people at the gym.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or if I'm like on edge in a relationship, I'm going to meet another guy or a girl I'm going to click with that's on edge in a relationship.
So with that topic, then who do you go for advice?
That's a good one. God. that's really, literally, because you know what it is? I really am the rock to a lot of people. Mm-hmm. Like growing up, my mom, dad, my brother. Well, my brother's a good dude. We'll talk. All my friends. Like I just feel like everybody always has breakdowns and comes to me because I guess in a good way, I got punched in the face a lot as a kid. You know, like I just got failure after failure.
Yeah.
This happened with my family, then this, then lost a friend. Like it was just like everything was happening. I just had to learn how to deal with it, cope with it, figure it out, how to make money, how to do my stuff. So like anytime my friend would like have a bad breakup or lose a family member or their parents go through a divorce, like I was like, I've been through that. Like here's how I did it. Here's what I went through, And I didn't realize how much like wisdom I had at a young age. And then it turned into something. And now like all my friends just look at me as that, which is good. I love being there for like my best friends, my mom, my dad when they're having hard days. Like I'll talk to them. I'll help them through it. I'll just, give them a shoulder or whatever. But you're right. Like, now I have people in my life that are close friends of mine that I look to as well. But for the most part, like, I just journal. I pray a lot, and I'll talk to, like...
Hey, I do that too.
I
journal and pray and write down my prayers, actually.
Yeah. And that's how I figure out my answers. If I'm really struggling, I'll talk to, like, a close friend that now has the mutual, a real relationship versus me being, like, a therapist. So now I got a good group. And my mom and dad. Like, as much as I support them, if I need something, I'll call.
Yeah.
Like, they're still my mom and dad,
Well, hell yeah. I mean, I think that was everything.
Thank you for your perspective on that.
To be
honest, I think that's a perspective that a lot of girls need to hear, is because...
We'll make that into this snippet.
Yeah, I think we forget. I think that we forget that if we if you put something out into the universe, it's usually going to happen. And you say that with a lot of other things. Like, people will catch you, like, if you're like, I'm gonna kill myself. People are like, don't say that. Don't put it into the universe. You know what I mean? So it's like that. Why do the same thing with cheating or anything like that? True.
You become your words. Like, if you constantly think I'm going to get cheated on, you're probably going to find a way to get cheated on. And it's like, your mind is always looking for that subconsciously, So, yeah.
Well, thank you.
Thank you
for your perspective on everything.
And coming on
definitely
today.
Thanks for having me.
Got in my brain and changed some things the way I view some stuff.
Same. Oh, God.
It's really interesting hearing it from a boy's perspective and also someone else's perspective, except for me and Dana, because me and Dana are usually each other's advice givers.
It's like the blind leading the blind.
Sometimes,
the blind
leading the blind.
You guys need me, you can call me. Sounds like
But so thank you so much. If you want to tell them your social media handles or anything so they can follow you.
Thanks, guys, for having me on.
Stuff.
Yeah, it's just Mitchell Eason everywhere, I think.
So go follow him. Underneath this video, leave comments, likes, ask questions
that you want us to
read. Whatever you want to do. Whatever the fuck, leave it there. Like, whatever.
Follow, subscribe.
The whole 9 yards.
Share.
Yeah.
But yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.